Greetings kings and queens, I hope you're doing well and thank you so much for stopping by at my channel. My name is Rachel Abbey from Intentional Adulting and I do videos all about adulting essentially. So us taking steps right now in our lives to create the lives that we want to live in future. So us being really intentional about saving, investing, our mindset, our food, what we eat, everything, so that we are moving towards the dream life that we envision for ourselves. So if that sounds of interest to you, then definitely subscribe to the channel. I wanted to just have a quick chit chat today because a lot of you who watch my channel, we are on this adulting journey. You know, a lot of us have dreams of buying our first homes, like moving out of our parents' homes, you know, getting on the property ladder, moving into a job that we really love, that pays well, potentially finding a partner, settling down, marriage, kids, all those kind of things that we aspire to, or that even society tells us to aspire to. A lot of us are trying to put things in place in order to make that stuff happen for us, and I just know that whilst we're in the middle of trying to get our lives together and achieve our dreams, it can just feel so draining looking at where we are currently right now in our lives and just realizing that we're so far from achieving our dreams. Like, our dreams feel so far away, so unattainable, almost out of reach, and if we're not careful we can feel really down about life, and we kind of lose perspective about just how much we have actually achieved so far, and just how much we have to be grateful for right now. It's just so easy to feel really down about life as it is right now. So I just wanted just to bring a glimmer of hope to you if you're feeling like, you know what, I'm 25 or I'm 30 now or 35, whatever it is, and I still am in more or less the same place that I was 2, 3, 4 years ago. Like, you don't really feel like your life has advanced in any way. I know that can feel really frustrating. For example, I'm 31 now. I can't even say that I'm 30. I am 31 now. Time is ticking. I'm still at home living with my parents. I'm single. Well, I'm not single, but I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I have career ambitions that I've had for like the past 2 years, trying to get a promotion at work, and that has been a struggle. And you know what, it is really easy for us to just almost feel like giving up and losing hope when we just think like we have tried so hard to make things work out for us and yet we're still struggling. I know how it feels to be there. I have been there. There are days where I just think like, God, why is this so hard? It can be really demotivating, but what I wanted to share with you today is some things that may help us not feel like we are behind in life, or that we're behind in life. I guess number one, I think we all know that we should do this, but we just don't do it. Like, staying away from social media will really help us not be reminded of what we haven't achieved so far. It's really hard when we go on Instagram, perhaps we're not even like on the search page, we just suddenly see like an old friend or an acquaintance posting about their latest holiday, you know, or a new bag they've bought, or a new house they've bought, or getting married, getting engaged, and we want to feel happy for them, but a little part of us just can't help feeling like, damn, I wish that was me. I know how that feels, and it's completely normal if you feel that way, but I think sometimes having a social media detox or doing a social media detox will just prevent us having to encounter those situations where we're reminded about what we don't have or what we haven't yet achieved, you know. So I suggest a social media detox from time to time. It may just be 24 hours, it may be 6 hours of not checking your phone, turning off Instagram notifications, not going on Facebook, etc. But that definitely will help us at least just focus on ourselves for a little while. And during that time, fill that time up with perhaps journaling, meditating, goal setting, focusing on yourself and actions you can start taking personally in order just to start trying to achieve some progress in your own life. Also, what I suggest as well, you know, gratitude journaling is important. I personally don't do this enough. I used to do it daily, either when I woke up after my morning yoga, or I would do it before going to bed as part of my nighttime routine. Just do whatever feels right for you, but having that daily practice of actually writing down what we're grateful for, even when it feels like we don't have that much to be thankful for, even when it feels like, you know what, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't feel grateful right now. Just being able to think of three things that you are still thankful for regardless, that can in the long term help increase or improve our world perspective and just make us realize that, yeah, even though we don't have all of the stuff that we want, we do still have a few things to be grateful for, and that in itself is empowering enough. But I guess to go back to, you know, it really is normal. Like, please don't beat yourself up about feeling like, damn, like I just feel so down, so lonely right now. I feel like I don't have anyone to speak to, anyone to, you know, confide in. It's so easy for us to feel like that, especially in this like technology focused world where most things are online, and I guess our friends, if we have any, they don't even realise that you may need to speak or you may want to speak about something, because we're liking each other's posts, we're, you know, WhatsApping very brief messages, so it kind of feels like we are in touch constantly with people, but that deep connection, that those soulful conversations are rarely being had, and therefore it is easy sometimes for us to feel like, you know what, I don't have any friends, I don't have anyone that I can actually speak to, that I can call if I want to speak to someone about anything or just have a chat. It is really easy to feel alone, and what I want to just, I guess, remind you today is that even though you feel lonely, you are not alone. There are people, there are organisations that you can reach out to if you seriously want to just speak to someone and rant or just pour out how you're feeling. There are organisations like Calm Mind that you can actually ring up and just speak to someone for free, especially if you feel like your mental health is going down the drain. You can potentially use your workplace's employee assistance program to get access to free counselling if you want to just speak to someone and get a bit of advice about managing your mental well-being. So yeah, there are resources, there are things, there are people that you can speak to that may not be on your friends list, that may not be in your phone book, but who will give you a few minutes of their time to help you feel like, okay, I can do this, you know. And I just really wanted just to come on and just share, like, no one's life is perfect, even though everyone is portraying their lives to be perfect on Instagram, and it is totally okay for us to feel like we are behind in life. What I would really urge you to do though is just to try and not think about your life plan, like where you thought you would be by this age or by this time. Just do away with that life plan, because really, what is the purpose of that life plan in the grand scheme of things? Like, what importance does it really have? The real important thing is right now, and that you are well, that you are healthy, and that you are alive right now. That's all that really matters. Like, whether or not you get married within the next 2 years, whether or not you settle down and are able to buy your own home, that stuff is not important. Like, I have been in a place where I've literally had no money in my bank account. I think I literally had £50 in my account, and I had rent to pay, and I had to call up my landlord and say, look, I actually don't have enough money to pay you right now, but I was able to borrow money from my partner, and things worked out. And just being in that situation a few years ago, it made me realise that, damn, you know, having name brand bags is nice, being able to eat out, go to restaurants is nice, being able to go on trips abroad is nice, but when it comes to the real crux of things, the most important things is that we have a roof over our head, that we have food in the fridge, and that we have a pillow to lay our head on at night. And once we realise that, okay, we have those basic things, it just puts things into perspective. So all of these grand life goals about, okay, I want to be able to buy my first home by 25 or 30, I want to be able to buy my first buy-to-let property within, you know, 3 years after that, I want to get married, and all this kind of stuff. Yes, they're great things to aspire to, and they are important, yes, but there's so much more to life, and that's what we really need to start reminding ourselves right now. There is so much more to life, and we really don't need to be comparing our lives to friends or acquaintances or people on Instagram that we don't even actually know in person. And yeah, you are actually doing really, really well. You are doing so well. When you think about all the stuff that you have actually achieved, whether they're big things or small things, you are doing amazingly well, kings and queens, and please acknowledge that for yourself. Don't just gloss over all the stuff that you have worked so hard for so far, that you've achieved. That stuff is important too. And yeah, you have moved mountains even if you haven't realized it, and you are such an amazing, wonderful person. The fact that you even have goals and you're trying to work towards bettering yourself and not having to rely on your parents, not having to rely on the government for handouts, for help, that is so admirable just in itself. So please acknowledge that you are amazing, you are talented, you are goal driven, you are a goal setter, and with time, whatever that time frame may be, things will start to happen for you, things will start to move into place. And actually, things are happening for you right now, things are moving into place. It's just happening in the background. We cannot see it right now because they're happening in the spiritual realm. They are manifesting in the background, and they will come to manifest in our physical when the time is right, when it's God's time, when it's time for things to manifest. So please remind yourself, remember that things are working out for your good, and what is for you is for you. You will not miss it. There will never be anyone who can take away what is for you, that can steal it from you, who can steal your joy, steal your blessings. That will never be able to happen. Remind yourself that you are in control. Remind yourself of the higher power that you believe in. God has got you. Stay focused, stay driven, stay grateful, and with time, life will feel a whole lot better for you. That is the message that I wanted to share. I just feel like Spirit was telling me to come on and just give you a little bit of hope, especially during these trying times. Let me know if this message, if this video was helpful for you. This is what my channel is about, essentially. It's really just trying to remind all of us that our goals are possible, they are achievable. We just need to consistently be taking the steps that are required to get towards our goals. It's all about intentional living, purpose driven actions. We can do this. We can do this. I really do hope you found this not only motivating, but, you know, inspiring enough to encourage you to start taking action or reassess what you're doing and start taking smart action. But yeah, let me know if you found this video helpful in the comments. Leave a comment below, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bells so that you don't miss out on my next videos. And yeah, just stay focused, stay committed, and we can do this. Okay, love you so much. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.